So one thing that I've been thinking about actually, based on Nintendo's stated strategy that they want to expand their market dramatically and attract new people to Nintendo's IP, and even offer their games at flexible price points, is I know most people will want to buy games like the Smash 4 port that's inevitably going to happen on an X, the traditional way where you get all the content for $60 and you're all set. But if they're attracting all these casual gamers and people who've been sort of away from Nintendo for a while, and maybe some mobile gamers as well, those people might be more interested in trying out Smash Brothers if they have another way to try out the game besides paying $60. And so I thought, well, maybe they could also offer sort of a glorified demo of the game and sort of release it as kind of a free-to-start model. It would be different than a demo, though, because in a demo, it's this sort of isolated sandboxed version of the game that doesn't have a lot of content, and you just get to kind of trial everything. But I think the way that this model could be different on an X is that they could actually have it be sort of the full version of the game, but you don't necessarily have access to all the content. And what I mean by that is you'll be able to play online with all your friends who have the full version of the game, but you just won't have all the characters or all the stages. Maybe you'll start with the original 8, and then Mega Man and a couple other choice fighters.
Sonic, probably.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So was your idea mostly for Smash Bros, or did you have sort of like free to play model ideas for other franchises?
Mario Kart 2, maybe.
Mario Kart would be another good one. Mostly, I think those big sort of multiplayer franchises where even if you sort of have just a slice of the content, you'll be able to play online with your friends. You'll be able to kind of get a taste of what the game has to offer. And if you want more, you can pay for more. Either pay for the full game. Maybe they, sell a cup or a set of cups in Mario Kart, or a set of characters in Smash. Mm-hmm. Maybe not everyone has to pay $60 to play Smash, but they don't get all the content unless they do.
Sure.
And since Smash already has a pretty solid fan base, as does Mario Kart, but this would sort of be a business model for those new people who haven't really tried out these franchises before and might be getting into Nintendo for the first time.
I see. So, like, the longtime fans can pay the $60 premium and get basically everything right out the gate, but then new fans or people who just are interested in trying it out might be doing something like, say, pay $5 and you get, all of the Zelda characters at once.
Something like that, yeah.
I see. But everyone would have the same connectivity in that, like, when you buy DLC in Smash 4 on Wii U, and let's say I don't have Bayonetta on my system, but my friend does, and we play online and he's playing as Bayonetta, I can still play against him because my game has the Bayonetta data, but I just don't have access to it. You mean something like that?
Right. It's like you technically have the full game, but you haven't paid for all the content that's in it.
Okay, so you just can't, like, actually play with all the content.
So it's sort of like, the way I'm kind of thinking of it is like as a more modern version of traditional demos, but sort of embedded in these new business models where they can sell the game in a free-to-start model.
Yeah, I really like that idea because, it combines the idea of a demo with, like you said, these more modern pay models that really, that when stuff like microtransactions and free-to-start games get talked about, there's a lot of shady stuff that goes on there. But by fusing them with the idea of a demo, that can be really interesting. That could sort of solve the problems with individual game demos and free-to-play models at the same time.
Yeah. And I think this would be an especially good model for any Wii U ports that they're thinking of doing, because those games are already content complete. We've seen that the DLC business model for Mario Kart was really popular, so that would be probably something that you could do for pretty much any of the content in Mario Kart. The Smash DLC was pretty popular. I know we all complained about the pricing and how much they were nickeling and diming you, but I'm sure that now that the game is finished, they can think of something that's more acceptable.
Right.
Especially if the goal is really to get people to pay up to $60 and get the same experience that other people are getting.
Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week Clip NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week Podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.